the Blazers and Dame had a meeting yesterday in the afternoon, and he's staying in Portland for the time being. Dame is not going to pressure the Blazers into any moves right now. He wants to see how this roster looks post free agency. And I'll be honest, I think he's still demanding a trade.
Okay.
He is going to wait and see what Portland does in free agency. But realistically, what are those moves going to be?
I respect you sticking to your guns on this.
The moves are going to be bringing back Jeremy Grant and hopefully praying to God you can make a play for Draymond Green.
Would you rather have Jeremy Grant or Kyle Kuzma?
I'd rather have Kyle Kuzma.
For a name?
Oh. Okay. Who'll be cheaper?
No, just as a player, I'd rather have Kuzma.
Is Kuzma going to be cheaper? I think so.
No.
I think Grant's going to be cheaper.
It'll probably have to be the same amount.
I think Grant is getting more.
Grant's like 182, bro.
Well, Kuz wants 30 a year.
They'll probably be
how
around
many
the same.
years,
They
though?
want the same amount.
Yeah,
it was
probably
reported that
that's
Jeremy
true.
Grant wants $30 million a year.
Okay. Well, about to get the same.
But that's the move that Portland's going to make. We're talking about a roster that is going to be Dame, Simons, Grant, Nurkic, Shaedon Sharp. That's starting lineup.
Scoot.
I mean, he's going to come off the bench.
Do we know that?
Scoot is coming off the bench.
Number 3 overall pick, you think he's coming off the bench?
Anthony Simons is
man
their
of the
2
year.
guard right
Get
now.
ready.
You disgust me.
Bro,
this guy wanted to have an Anthony Simons agenda. And now he's
Scoot. Scoot.
Let me ask you a question.
He's kicking him down to 6 man.
Bro, let me ask you a question. How many people have made Hall of Fame careers by being 6 men?
Anthony Simons averaged 26 points per game as a starter.
Imagine what he's going
not
to
my
do
6th
against
man.
the second unit. He's going to kill.
Scoot Henderson, it's not bad for a rookie to be a 6 man coming into the league.
Stop. Scoot's not coming off.
He's not.
I think he has to start.
There's no generational
He's starting over
talent.
Simons like that.
Yes, there's no generational talent coming off the bench.
Not. He's not starting over Simons
No,
like
Scoot
that.
is 1,000.
He's
trying
not
to
starting over
strip me
Simons like that.
of my Anthony
and if
Simons
he doesn't
love.
start, some shit is wrong. Like, all the way
Riv,
wrong.
I'm wrong for wanting Anthony Simons to be the 6th man.
Yes.
Why?
I would want him to be in a bigger role. Personally.
No, I understand that. But I'm saying for the Portland Trailblazers, for him, he's going to have success as a 6 man. I'm wrong for wanting him to be my 6 man.
Well, he was just a starter.
There's no
last year.
place for him if Scoot and Dame are going to start.
That's selfish.
That's the problem.
That's selfish.
No, but I understand. Is that?
That's selfish.
Of who?
That's
Damian?
selfish for you. No, that's selfish for you
What
to
do
want
you
Anthony
mean?
Simons
That's-
to be in a lesser role
Bro,
to benefit
it's not a
Portland.
lesser role.
That's selfish.
It's not a
I
lesser
want
role.
Anthony Simons to go to Toronto and run his own squad
me ask you-
because he'd be an all-star.
Let me ask you a question. Manu Ginobili, 6 man. Did he have a lesser role just because he was 6 man? No. Did J.R. Smith have a lesser role just because he was 6 man? No. Lou Will, did he have a lesser role just because he's 6 man? No. Yes, I'm naming all-time great 6 men. Do you think I care? Not at all. What I'm going to do is push my Anthony Simons agenda in that manner that I can say he is going to be one of the great players at the 6 man position, that he could be a strong candidate for 6 man of the year, and that's not a knock, that's a praise.
So your take right now is Anthony Simons is going to be one of the best
I
six-man
knew
players
I knew that's
of
where he
all
was gonna
time.
go.
That's what he's basically
No,
saying.
he's saying right
That's
now.
what
Well,
he's
he was
saying.
comparing to all-time greats, but he's saying
I mean,
right
all
now.
those-
I
he should
literally
be the-
said
if
I
he's a 6 man,
acknowledge.
He should be the favorite to
I
win 6 man of the year.
acknowledge exactly.
All those players, it was different situations. Lou Will is undersized for a shooting guard, and he's not a true point guard. He had to come off the bench. That's not Anthony Simons. J.R. Smith came off the bench because when he came to the Knicks at first, he was coming from China.
Simons undersized too?
Simons is 6'4".
I thought he was like 6'2".
Simons is skinny, but he's
6'4".
6'4".
I'm gonna look it up.
Simons is 6'4".
what
J.R.
really
Smith was
stretching
coming from
it.
China, and then the Knicks gave him a shot, and then he was a 6 man. But J.R. Smith on the Cavalier teams when they won championships, was he a 6 man? No. He was not a 6 man. He was a starter.
He wasn't starting.
He's 6'3".
He was.
No,
J.R.
he-
Smith
he
was starting.
started.
I thought Shump was starting.
Nah, it was no.
Simons 6'3", 180 is undersized for 2.
6'4".
It was Kyrie. It was Jr. It was LeBron.
This could be
it was
6'3"
K-Love,
with
It was
shoes.
Tristan.
Manu Ginobili's a 6 man. I'll give you, but I'm looking at
Yeah,
Anthony
yeah.
Simons
6'3", come on,
like.
bro.
So
Stop it. Stop.
100.
If it was-
he's my weight.
He's 100. Yeah, he's 100.
if it was up to Drew, James Harden would have never developed into a superstar. He
What
would have
do
just
you
been a
mean?
6 man in
That's
OKC
not
his
true.
entire career.
That's not true at
you
all.
You want that to be Simons.
That's not at all what I'm saying.
Anthony Simons is my guy. I want him to do his thing.
Now he's trying to reclaim
Jeez,
Simon.
there we go.
What do you
This
mean
is
reclaim
getting
Simons? I've
messy,
always
man.
had Simons.
This is getting
Riv knows I've
messy.
always had Simons. This isn't new.
He's gonna go back to Riv. Riv, remember? I told you I love Anthony Simons. I can tell you what college you went to.
What college did he go to?
He went to IMG Academy. It wasn't even college in
There
high
you
school.
go.
So, I believe wholeheartedly, Anthony Simons is gonna thrive as a 6 man.
That shit is whack, bro.
But what is he? What are you gonna do? Put him at the 3? You
Send
run the smallest
Dame
lineup of all time,
bro. Send Dame
No,
out of there,
stop,
bro.
bro.
This
You're
shit-
losing me.
bro. It's becoming. It's like. What do you like? It's to a point where
Portland's
it's like,
in the business
what
of
do you
keeping talent, not getting rid of it.
No, keep the.
They're
young
in the
talent.
business
the
of
young- yes,
rebuilding.
keep the
They
young
should
Bro,
be
they just got
rebuilding.
Scoot, and they have Shaedon Sharp. They're good.
I don't. Oh my god, bro. I don't
They are
understand- I don't understand
good.
what Dame's doing here. I'm so confused at what he's doing. Do you want to win? Do you not want to win? Do you want to be a leader? Do you not want to be a leader? Do you
He
want
is
to
a
mentor the young guys? Scoot's probably one of the most mature 18, 19-year-olds we've ever seen. But okay,
Love
mentor him. Cool, I guess. I don't know what Dame wants to do here, but
It's his
Ray, that's an
perception.
ignorant.
Yeah.
That's an
Dame
ignorant
just
statement.
doesn't want to get. I feel like Dame is thinking if he goes and demands a trade and goes to Miami, because there's a report out there, it might have been Chris Haynes who said he doesn't want to go somewhere where there's already 2 All-Stars, which would be Miami. But Dame is not going to be put in the same conversation as KD going to the Warriors and to a lesser extent LeBron going to
Literally
Miami.
nobody.
That's what Dame's worried
But
about.
he's making
that's
it
how it's
worse
going to be
with all these
looked
comments.
back at.
Like, I don't want to go to a team that's so bro. What do you honestly want? Like, do you want?
He's
like,
just worried that I feel like he cares a lot about his legacy. The legacy he's leaving on the game,
Yeah.
and if he makes this move, but he's 33. You've put in your time in Portland. You've waited about as long as you can to get a contender. It didn't happen.
And
That's fine.
I'm so glad Portland said, "Fuck what he's talking about. We're taking Scoot with this pick.
They
He
know
fell
the
right
choice.
into our lap.
No other choice.
We're keeping him. They're not moving Scoot. There's no way they're moving.
No,
Scoot.
no, they're not.
No, he's locked.
That's
in.
the future.
And now
That's
it's
the
like,
future.
yeah, the future's gonna start.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't know what we're doing.
No.
Scoot Henderson is starting for the Portland Trailblazers in the preseason. Maybe not the preseason, but day 1 NBA season, game 1, he is starting. Will Dame be there? I don't think so. I don't think Dame's gonna be there for the Portland Trailblazers, and I think that's okay, bro. It's time to move on.
The Portland Trailblazers, this is how the cap table looks like. Dame is getting paid $45 million.
Understandably so.
Simons is getting paid $24 million.
Great
You're
contract.
telling me I'm getting $24 million from my 6th man
Give me a
is
second.
crazy.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, Pool's
Norman
not
For the
third.
next 3
Norman
years.
Powell was making 18,
18.
19.
Norman
He's a
Powell
certified
wasn't he a starter
Yeah.
in Toronto? And that's where he got his contract.
Yeah, he was
Oh
starting
no,
for
no,
the Clippers a little bit.
He was a starter for the
He got
Blazers.
a start for the Portland, yeah.
Yeah, he was started for
No,
the Blazers.
he wasn't a starter for Blazers.
Yes, he
CJ
was.
still there?
No,
Okay.
because they traded him to the Pelicans that year. I believe Norman Powell started for the Blazers. I could
Norman
double check.
started some time for the Clippers too.
I
He's just
could double
he
check.
pays his buckets.
Simons too.
So in Portland, yeah, he started almost every game for Portland when he was there. But they are allocating so much money to Simons that I don't think he's coming off the bench. Now, listen, I understand Scoot is a great player, and he's going to be a great player. He's a great prospect. He's going to be a great player. That's what I meant to say. There's no harm in easing somebody into the NBA. You don't have to you don't have to go off rip. If Dame gets traded, I'm thinking Scoot is going to start.
Obviously.
Anthony Simons last season in 11 starts averaged 28 points per game and 6 assists. He shot 46% from the field and 41% from 3.
That's nuts.
He's a star. He's not a 6-man. He's a star.
It's just
Those starts
circumstance.
without Dame, right?
Yeah.
And they drafted
averaged 21
Scoot.
throughout the season with
They
Dame.
paid Simons before they drafted Scoot. They drafted Scoot knowing damn well
He
we
started.
already have
Yeah,
these
he's-
guards on the roster.
They don't care, bro. They don't care how many points Simons averaged in those 11 games. How many points
the
they
third
saw
pick
Scoot
is
said,
more
"We're
important than
taking
the
him."
24 mil a year.
If Simons, the play for Simons is not going to be to come off the bench. The play for Simons is they're going to trade him to get a all-star
If they
caliber
keep
type
Dame,
of player.
I
Yes.
agree. Yes.
If they're keeping Dame and you're going with the
Yeah, you
Scoot
kinda
and
have
Dame
to.
backcourt, then Simons is getting traded for a starting player.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now you're looking at, Nurkic is one of the worst defenders in the league at the center position.
Injury-prone also.
Injuries have messed up his career. When he started in Portland, he was off to a fantastic start. He was one of my favorite players in the NBA, but injuries have really hurt him. Jeremy Grant,
One of your favorite players in the NBA?
at that time he was.
Nurkic.
He was at Nurkic when he first came onto the scene.
What year was that?
No, I'm not doubting your fantasy.
I
I'm
am.
laughing at who you're choosing.
What year was
It was
that?
2019.
2018. You was a fan of Nurkic. That was one of your favorite players. In
You
the
don't
league.
remember
I don't.
You don't remember in the high school lobby we debated about Nurkic, and I was like, bro, if the Blazers had Nurkic, they could beat the Warriors.
Yeah, but I don't think
You remember that?
I don't think that makes you one. I don't think that makes him one of your favorite players. Just advocate.
That's
Bro.
I've
No,
never heard.
I'm not
going
gonna
to
doubt your fanage for.
No, it was in
Nurkic,
20.
no.
No,
That's not
because
something you lie about.
this what happened.
To be fair,
Not 2019, 2017, because he was on
you
the
got
Denver. He was on the Denver Nuggets, and before he got traded to the Blazers, he averaged 8 points and 6 rebounds. He went to Portland, and in 20 games, he averaged 15 and 10, and he was a great defensive player. But then he got injured Remember when he broke his leg?
Yeah, you're fucking nuts for thinking if they had Nurkic, it was beating the Warriors. By the way,
insane.
Nurkic was like that at the time.
Steph
In
would put him in
2017?
Steph would put him in
Warriors, too.
hell. But yeah, you're fucked, bro. That was terrible.
That's
but
why I was
maybe
keeping
we're,
it.
I didn't think they was gonna get KD. You know what I'm saying? When no
still was.
KD, they had a
Nurkic
chance.
is the
Damn CJ and healthy
Nurkic
Nurkic.
is the
KD.
needle mover.
Healthy
In
Nurkic.
2017, they had
2016 or
KD.
2017. It's got to be.
Even if you
back
don't
then.
get KD, you telling me Nurkic changes and they beat the 73-9 Warriors? You got it. You can't.
Yeah, you're smoking.
Nurkic was that good. He was that good.
No, he obviously
Draymond was
wasn't.
putting him in hell, bro. Like that.
No, he wasn't.
You know he was.
Yusuf Nurkic, healthy would have bodied him. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Healthy Yusuf
Healthy
Nurkic
Nurkic,
is
healthy
different.
All right,
Nurkic.
listen. Let's get back to the topic at hand. Are we going to disrespect this Blazers team so tremendously that we really think that Dame should go?
It's a borderline playing team.
We
Bro.
got. I
just
don't
wanna see
disagree.
Scoot
But what
succeed.
about the year after that? And what about the year after that?
But he's 33.
Is he 33?
Yeah, he's maybe 32.
I can check.
I'm gonna be honest. In 3 years, the Blazers won't be title contenders anyway.
be
They won't be a
50
serious
mil, bro.
playoff team.
I say
either
this
way.
with the idea that Shaedon Sharp is
He's
going.
turning 33 in like a couple weeks.
Shaedon Sharp is going to continue to progress. We saw what he did last season: 23 points per game. Very solid efficiency in the last 10 games. I believe it was 46% from the field, but 38% from three. Obviously, he showed some strong flashes. I believe in Scoot Henderson. I believe that he will be a great NBA player. Damian Lillard is Damian Lillard. He will continue to put unbelievable numbers. And we just saw him have his best statistical season this past season. Now, yes, depending on what they do, are they going to bring Jeremy Grant back? We don't know about that, but obviously they're in the business of keeping talent, not getting rid of it. So that's a bonus. You just drafted Chris Murray, who I think we all can collectively sit here and say he's an NBA-ready player.
Yeah.
Not saying that he's going to be anything special, otherworldly. We just understand that he can come in day one and fulfill a role and do a job. And when it comes to the front court, that's when we really start to have some
So can I
strong
ask you a
questions.
question, Drew? Because now CBA kicks in. It's going to kick in next year. Dame is making about 45 to 50, probably more, $1 million. Simon's contract will be up in 2 years, if I'm not mistaken.
No, 3
deal, right?
3 years.
His contract will be up in 3 years. You got Scoot. You eventually have to pay him. If you bring back Jeremy Grant, he's be get paid. You won't have money to really move. So you'll pretty much have this team for a couple years. And
They'd be able to match salaries though.
Yeah,
they would have the
but who would
contracts
you be able to
match.
trade? You're gonna eventually still at one point
But
have
they're
to
gonna have
trade.
they're
Dame.
gonna have draft picks and they're gonna have salaries to match.
They don't even have their pick this year.
You know what?
It's probably protected.
This is my
No,
thought
it was protected
process.
last year.
Riv, let me know if
Is it unprotected? It's probably some protection.
let me know
Look
what
for
you
it.
think about this.
Talk
The
to
way that I see it is, we're having these conversations. Most likely, the odd man out is Anthony Simons. You're probably going to move him, but you get a pretty firm starter in return. So you're going to wonder, where does
I
the
don't
money
know,
get
though. Do you?
allocated?
I think
Do you get a
because
starter in return for that contract?
If you was
Definitely.
moving Simons and that pick, you were getting a firm,
I'm not saying you're getting
undeniable
a star.
player.
I'm not saying you're getting
But
a
now
star.
you're just moving Simons without the pick. You have to kind of match his
It's
contract.
top
need.
14 protected.
Fuck, pain.
But you need an but
But you're
if
gonna get a
trading
good
it for
starter,
need,
yeah. But
yes.
even then, we've seen Bridges is going for 3 to 4. They want 3 to 4 draft. They're overvaluing him. OG Anunoby's getting overvalued. So now it's going to be a little bit more than Simon.
We're doing all these mental gymnastics.
No, Dame is the odd man out. But I
when
think Simons
the
is
Blazers
No, but I only say that
can't
'cause
win a
you're saying-
championship like this. They can't.
I
It's
think
unlikely.
low key we could see a reality where Dame and Simons are both gone, and they just run Scoop and Sharp at the 1 and 2.
Drew, let me ask you this question. Are you counting on, because based on what you're saying, this is what I'm getting. You're counting
I'm
on
going to say that the Portland Trail Blazers can win a championship.
you're counting on
I can't wait.
a year 4 Shaedon Sharp, year 3 Scoot Henderson
Vibes.
with other young rookie players on this team that are going to be in year 2 or the first rookie year with Dame to actually be a competitive enough team in the West to make it far.
Dame would be 36 by then.
Dame just wants a shot. He doesn't want the deck stacked. He doesn't want to be favorites. He just wants a shot. So it's ridiculous to say, but if they're able to move Grant and sign and trade or Nurkic or whoever and just get one more piece and be a 6 seed, that might be all.
Get
But
him Karl
that's
Anthony
the
Towns.
that's the optimism that Drew's painting, though.
I am.
That
For Simons.
along the line,
I'm sorry, it's
Shaedon
not crazy.
and Scoot would develop. But I think that even in year 3, year 4, it's too much to ask of them to be a highly competitive team in the Western Conference.
You're guessing.
Let's do.
Tough
We
guess.
are. But hey, it's the off season. Let's have some fun, right? The Timberwolves have allocated over $500 million to 3 players. Naz Reid being a great contract. I believe it was 3 years, $45 million. I thought that was a very great contract. And then you have Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns making about $250 million, around that a pop. So now that means one of those players are bound to be moved. Obviously,
you want the non-playoff performer.
Nas Reed's definitely not going to be one of those.
You want that
Karl
guy.
Anthony Towns with a Damian Lillard, two guys that can obviously space the floor. And the defense definitely becomes a question. However, that's a very high level player that can now come to the Portland.
Cat and
Trailblazers.
Dame not doing nothing, bro.
Cat and Dame is actually
But
hilarious.
hey, competing.
But
they can compete.
They got a shot.
But this is
And
all
I
he
say
wants.
that
out of
I say that
second round exit.
primarily
Don't want none
because
of this for Scoot.
Anthony Edwards hasn't gotten paid yet,
Again, yeah,
and
it
that's
gets
another
messy.
guy that's the primary piece for the Portland Trailblazers. So
McDaniels, too.
one of those two, Rudy Gobert and or Karl Anthony Towns, are going to be shipped, and I believe that it will be Karl. Yeah, I do believe it'll be Karl.
I just think the Blazers are they can't realistically compete.
Respect Shaden, respect Scoot, Anthony Simons. I'm praying 6
You're
man of the year.
disrespecting him right now.
I'm
not
saying 6
disrespecting
man of
him.
the year. Is it disrespectful to say he will be prime to
It's
win 6 man of the
disrespectful
year?
to pigeonhole him into that role just because you want Scoot to start.
We know
That's
he
not-
could do
it's
more.
not what I want.
We
It's
know
what I
we know
think will
Simons can
happen.
do more. But if you
What's
decide
that
between
face,
Scoot
Riff?
and Simons,
What'd
it's
you say?
Scoot.
Pigeonhole?
You're
Yeah, no,
pigeonholing
he's
him
saying
into
that
a role.
I'm forcing
He's
Scoot.
not, but he's not going to be 6
I'm
man
sorry.
forever.
I'm sorry that I'm more willing to start the player who just averaged 21 for an entire season, who
you're-
averaged 28
no,
when he
you're
started,
actually bugging.
over the third overall
dog.
pick, just so you can ease him
I'll
into
be
the league.
honest,
I'm not saying a
does
year
Scoot
3
not have a
Scoot's going
higher
to come off the
ceiling?
bench.
Who's the future of the Blazers?
It's Scoot, but
so
why
then
can't
what
you
are we
ease
doing?
him in? You can still ease him in.
Joel, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. There might not be like 17 point guards that would start over Scoot if he got picked by any of these other teams. Like I'm gonna just be realistic with you. Derrick Rose came in and started. John Morant came in and started. Scoot's coming in and he's going to start,
starting,
bro.
bro.
And it's Anthony Simons is
No,
not
it's
stopping.
no
him.
disrespect to
Yeah,
Simons,
no,
'cause
he's a
Simons
dog.
is a good player.
How?
really
It's
good.
just
He's
I
a-
love him.
He's a rookie. I
Simon-
can't just ease him
Anthony
in.
Simons is not
if you're
stopping
doing that,
Scoot from
Trey, if you're
starting,
doing
bro.
that, Trey Simons,
Bye.
Trey
They-
Simons,
they might.
Trey
Bye.
Simons.
They
I
might.
don't want
Trey
that to happen.
Simons.
The Blazers are in the business.
What you mean
of
bye?
keeping
He's gonna be an
talent.
all-star.
Cool. Scoot is gonna be better than Simons.
He's not year one.
He's gonna
not year
probably
one.
not year one.
Okay.
Not year
No.
one.
Year
I
3,
agree.
yeah.
Not year one.
Year 3 for sure.
Not year
year
one.
two.
And
You're
also
right,
when we
maybe.
talk
Year
about
2 maybe.
Year two, maybe.
Like, what are you saying? to
also
me, bro?
when we talking about playing alongside Dame, you need some spacing. Scoot not gonna offer that spacing. Anthony Simons at 40% 3-point shooting sniper.
And how
He's
many
gonna
games did
offer
they
that.
win? How many games did they win this
Don't
year?
do that. Don't do that.
Dame got injured.
Late in the season, bro.
Dame got
Let's
injured
shut
when
it
they were the
down.
first seed in the West.
No.
And then they traded Josh
Buddy,
Hart.
That
Like
shit didn't last for that long.
five teams
They were
were
like
first
9
in
and
the
3.
West, bro.
It wasn't that long of a game, bro. I'm sorry. I know you like Simons. He's a really good player.
That's my guy.
Yeah, no, listen. He's
You
a
know
really-
that's my guy.
Yeah. He's
You
a
know
guy.
that's my
He's a really
guy.
good player. Scoot is looked at as a generational point.
I know what Scoot is looked at as.
Listen, he's
you?
not getting.
I
the,
do.
Like,
I
he's not
100%
getting
do.
come off the bench
Appreciating
role,
and
bro.
realizing how great of a prospect.
Bro, I know how
Scoot
great
truly
Scoot is. I'm just saying it's no issue to ease in a
Not,
rookie
yes,
into
not
the
for
league.
Anthony fucking Simons, bro.
I
I'm
don't-
sorry.
Anthony's a 20-point per
He's
game
getting
scorer.
rude. You're getting rude. You're getting rude.
Don't treat him
I'm
like
not.
he's
I'm
fucking
not disagreeing
some
with
scrub.
you,
Bro.
But you're treating Simons.
No,
like he's
bro.
big.
No, it's not that, bro. Scoot's not coming off the bench
He's
for
not.
Simons,
He's not.
bro.
He's not.
Like, I understand if this was De'Aaron Fox,
Yeah.
Steph Curry,
Whoa.
SGA.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah,
I understand what we're doing
Facts.
here. Dame, like, okay, those guys, Scoot ain't starting
got it.
over. But,
Jalen Brunson?
bro, Jalen Brunson,
Yeah.
you can even say, like, yo,
That's
that's New York's king.
There's a few.
But, like,
Excuse
bro,
me.
Scoot would not
Simons-
start over Jalen Brunson
he
as a
wouldn't.
rookie.
No, he's saying no.
All right.
I'm saying, no.
Would he start
won't.
over RJ Barrett at the 2-guard spot?
RJ Barrett? He probably would. I'll be honest
I
with you.
would. I'd rather see
I'd
Scoot out
rather
there
see
than
Scoot,
RJ.
bro. There's a lot of guys Scoot would start. It's okay, bro. Simons is one of those guys. It's so fine.
But you make a good point. You should move Simon. If he's going to be
I
your
agree.
6-man,
Move
he
Simons,
is
yeah.
too talented to be your 6-man. Move him to get someone who actually
But Scoot is
starts for
also
you.
Yes,
too talented.
appreciate
He
him.
would kill second
Appreciate
units.
him.
He would kill.
And Drew, I'm not disrespecting Shaden Sharp or Scoot Henderson.
bro.
No, you're
I'm-
disrespecting Scoot
No, I'm
for
not.
sure.
I'm
Like,
not. I'm not.
yeah,
I'm
you
not.
are.
It's not a hot take to say that a rookie should be
No,
eased
it's-
into
no,
the
this
NBA.
isn't a
I'm
regular
not,
rookie.
I'm not
This
saying
isn't a regular rookie.
Bro,
He
isn't
I'm
a
not.
regular.
I'm not saying that he should come off the bench the entire year. I'm just saying that
I agree.
maybe
No.
for the first 20 games he could come
okay.
off the bench.
Dudes
Why
like
you got to
Anthony,
rush him to
dudes
start?
like Anthony
What's
Black
the
are
point?
going to. That's those.
That's because
type of
Orlando
guys.
got nobody.
No. This is my thing. If you had Anthony Black or Amon, guys who need a little, not a little bit raw, still need to come their ways, you can bring them up. We're talking about a guy who is literally quoted as a generational point guard. You don't pick a generational prospect and say, we're going to just ease you in.
I got a question for you.
You don't do that,
I got a
bro.
question for you.
Portland is going to be, they're not doing that,
I got a question for you. If the Trailblazers had the 3rd overall pick in the Dame and CJ era and they took Scoot Henderson, would Scoot start over CJ immediately?
CJ McCollum? Mm-hmm. If they had, first of all, if they had the 3rd overall pick in the Dame and CJ's getting moved. Yes.
No, but I'm saying if he's not getting moved, would you start Scoot over CJ immediately in that Dame and CJ era in Portland?
No.
Probably not.
No.
Here's
the thing.
Not. Probably not.
Obviously,
I don't
they
think there's a
never
big
put
gap between
themselves-
Simons and
Here's the
CJ. Am I
thing,
bugging?
But Dame and CJ made the playoffs every
probably
year.
not.
Dame and CJ made the playoffs every year. But again, I'll live in your hypothetical because that's what we're doing. It's the
I still think
offseason.
you
We're
think
having
about it.
fun. The answer is no.
Still think about it.